What is up, friends? Gary here, day 5 of my 30-day challenge. So what does that make me, like a sixth of the way through? Oh, I don't even know what I'm writing here. Day 5. Nice. Today I'm going to talk about levels of consciousness. I'm going to talk about a few different things at different levels of consciousness. Going up, going down, the paradigm, how the paradigm tries to keep you trapped. How friends, family members, your outside environment will try to keep you where you are, because where you are is comfortable. So to start off, levels of consciousness. So there are different levels of consciousness, self-consciousness. Just for example, we'll put the divine consciousness up at the very top. This is all-knowing. This is infinite. This is your source, whatever you want to call it. This is where it resides. It is one with everything. It is infinite. It is all-knowing, all-pervading, it's in everything. It is in us. We are it, and vice versa. And let's say down here is self. That's who you are. And we'll just put arrows going up. Okay? Now, underneath the self-conscious, we've got simple consciousness. Simple consciousness. What simple consciousness is this is the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom, they're only aware of their environment. They're sort of stuck on an automatic program or consciousness. They have an understanding of the outside world, but they don't understand. They don't realize their own consciousness. How we have the ability to reason, we have the ability to think, we have the ability to create because of our consciousness. Simple consciousness, like animals and even lower states, they're built on pre-programmed plans. Like an acorn. An acorn can only grow into a oak tree. That is the pre-programming in the nucleus of that acorn. Same with a tiger, a lion, a bear. Oh my. Okay, so they just have programs into their consciousness. When you go up one level, that's us. We are aware of our own thoughts. We are aware of our own programming. We can change, and that's what makes us so close to the divine and so far from the animal world, is that we can go out into our world and we can actually create based on the thoughts and the ideas, the visions that we have in our mind. So let's just give a quick example. If you're only making, let's say, $30,000 a year, okay, the true reason why you're not up with someone who's making, let's say, $100,000 a year is simply because you are unaware of how to do that. Once you become aware, once you raise your consciousness, because all consciousness is the awareness of. So if you read a book and that book improves your awareness, your consciousness, that means you've moved up a level. Okay? We can also all call these emotional levels, whereas at the very bottom, the lowest vibrating emotion is depression. That's anger turned inward. So at these different levels, you've got different things that you're going to attract to yourself on that level. If you're the type of person who your habits, they reap you the result of $30,000 per year, in order for you to make $100,000 per year, you must change your character traits. You must change the habits that you perform on a day-to-day basis. The best way to go from, I would say the simplest way to go from making, let's say, $30,000 a year to $100,000 a year is surround yourself with those people. Okay, so surround yourself with people that are on that level. You're not on their level. You're not doing what they are doing to get that result. You are doing what you are doing to get this result. Okay? But here's the catch, is that once you start moving up these levels of consciousness, okay, your old paradigm is simply Your paradigm is simply a repetition of information. It's the programming that you have programmed into your subconscious mind that therefore goes out and creates your habits, the actions that you take. So once you start changing your paradigm, once you start moving up these levels of consciousness to acquire whatever it is you desire, your goal, the old paradigm doesn't want to change. Change is often very uncomfortable. It's scary, it's nerve-wracking. There's a lot of worry, sleepless nights, a lot of things associated with change versus just staying the same and being comfortable. Okay, that is a silent killer. Comfort. We are all natural born risk takers. From the very, a child falls down countless times before it learns how to walk. We are the same. But people like your friends, your family, those type of people, they might say you can't do it. They might start reinforcing old programming. Who do you think you are? Well, we're not good enough anymore. The things that you have aren't good enough anymore. They'll try to keep you where you are. Okay? But everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. Everything you want is on a different level of consciousness. Okay? So when we're growing, that's why 1% of the population owns 99% of all the wealth, because the 99%, they're the type of people who want to stay in their comfort zone. They're the type of people who they're not willing to make change. They're not willing to let go of maybe some relationships that are holding them back. They're not willing to do whatever it takes to get up to the next level. The next level is where your desires, where your goals, where your dreams, that's where they reside. And in order to do that, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to take new action. You have to reprogram your mind by, better self-talk, better ideas that you're putting in there. Okay? So once you start raising your consciousness, okay, once you start putting yourself in a new, different environment, okay, your entire reality is going to change. It has no other choice. You can't completely change everything you're doing. Like, let's say if you're not reading books right now, if you start reading books and you start gaining the information, the ideas, you start using the tools and the strategies in those books, if you start to do that, everything will change. That is you leveling up your consciousness. Okay, but once you start implementing the knowledge that you're learning, once you start doing that, the old paradigm will want to drag you back down. I can honestly say that I am going through that right now. As I am leveling up, as I can see that, my goals, my vision, my desires on a much higher level. Much higher level. I know what I need to do, but there are old programs, old paradigm. People, habits, old habits will start to come back and start to want to drag you back down because that is where it's comfortable. That is where it's safe. Well, there's really no such thing as safety. We could all be gone tomorrow. Nobody knows when they're going to go. So what's the point of being safe? So I know I feel like I just ramble on in this video, but hopefully there was some good stuff in there. So a call to action is to what is one new action step that you could take that would start to get you to the next level of your consciousness. Okay, so what is one new action step that you can take, that you can adopt into your life forever, a new character trait that you could adopt that would take your life to the next level? Think about that question. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Day 5, kicking butt, feeling strong, feeling a lot better than I was the other day. Old paradigms, man, try to get you. They'll try to get you. But stay on track, stay consistent, do whatever it takes, be persistent. I love you guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. Be good. Happy Halloween.